I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I've been fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bros on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this rhyme, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health.
Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Down! 180! Check! 42's the mark! Go!
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Carr on the crossing route, complete. That's Williams. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there, first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first down carry here for Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
And
that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Monday, down! 185! You're mine. Hey! High 7!
Throwing his car on 3rd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 20.
Let's go. 50. 56 is the mic. Let's go, D.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. Oh, the ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
All right. Watch twins.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He gets this to Davante Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Under 10. Run right.
Rodgers going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
54's Mike. Hey, seam 6.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating 1st downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 1st downs and 3 points. And now Oakland ready to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Down. 44's Mike. Check. 180. We're good.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson tried to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down.
Check. Mike 42. Check back. Check 52. Who's right?
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 11. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got you, punk. Check 26, check 20. Kelly. Jump left, Kelly. Check 23.
Rodgers now on first down. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a second down coming up. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Take 30. Get wide.
Rodgers now to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. 56. Stay with your man. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Jim. Fellas, let's set a tone.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pass caught left side by Humphries. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Blue 58. It's the pass. Ringo. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
56, Mike.
Rodgers now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Well, a couple of good division battles coming up in primetime this weekend, starting tonight with Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Then tomorrow on Monday night, it's the defending champs, the Patriots, on the road at MetLife Stadium to take on the Jets. 2 not to miss to close out Week 6.
Now, 180. Check, 42's the mark. You don't want none. Pick up the ball.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Tony Brown there on the tackle. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
93. 5.
Throwing on second and long. Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Exit. Hey. Mike's 42.
On 3rd down, Carr. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Mike's 56. Watch the flag. Motion. Pop. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good. Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Mike 42, check. 29.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And he's going to go down again. Rashawn Gary make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer, and put your defense in a bad spot.
Check 13.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
On first down, Rodgers. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. Now it's Rodgers. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling as the first half is winding down. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Crosby with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
You can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, 734. Hey, back up. 42. Hey,
now on second and 16, Carr. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went in the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10.
Alpha.
Now Carr to try again after the pick 6. To the right side and complete to Washington. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Wide left. 26.
To throw is Rodgers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Back north. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Get right. Switch gears, switch gears. Kill, 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 kill.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Right down. 280. 42. Go on. Go Chief. Chief.
They go to Johnson again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Down. Fight 51. Mike. 180. 180. We're good. We're good. 180. 637. Mike. Hey, Foxtrot. Watch the run. 25. Check 25. 618.
Now Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packers will get the football at their own 20-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown. Packers. Devontae Adams. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Packers add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
734. You got 3 down.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Got 300. Tight down. There you go. Mike's 54. You can't block me. 49. Check 49.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Out to the right to Humphries. That goes for a gain of 31. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of the game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm going to come back to you.
Now Rodgers to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Packers are pouring it on. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 70 ending. 2-6.
A first throw for the backup Jackson. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Cleveland Farrell able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Bravo.
To throw, it's Rodgers. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Kill. Turn. We are going. Kill. Turn up.
They'll run it with Jones. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily, you're right, but he did there.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers continue to roll.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at the 20.
No. New strike, Chief.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Jackson. He gets it left side to Johnson. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And finding Keelan Cole. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3 and out.
Check number 6. 50.
Jackson on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again. In a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now Crosby for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick 6. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
11 yards there, first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Carr finds Williams. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Mike 51. Let's go. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And now it's second down.
Let him know, let him know. 51's the mic, boy, 51.
Here's Jackson, throwing again. And I think the ball's out, and the Packers pick it up.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through, and that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
319. Hey, 88. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rodgers. Pass caught left side by Humphries. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Jump out! 56 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Mike 42. Yo. Hey, Haywood. Mike's 4-2. Inside. Mike 42. Check. Zoom. 42. 42's Mike. I got you, son. I got you.
To throw on third down, Rodgers. And he comes back with one complete. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This from 54 yards away. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
What down? Blue 80. Here we go, D. Here I come again. One, later one.
On play action. Now Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Jackson. Going to throw again. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Mike 51. Switch up, switch up. Go, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, it's time.
On third down, Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Heavy. Quick to edge. Come back down. Raider one.
Carr to throw for it on fourth down. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
318. 56. Let's go, D. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. I can't go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Rodgers looking to throw. That's going to be caught. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone.
And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Ready. 51's the mic. Hey, check. You got double zoom. 4 down. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Coming to you. 51's the mic, boys. 51.
Throwing again. Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. The Raiders on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson now. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Green Bay, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Oakland, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go be. Better